So, I'm hoping I got things dialed in this time. I had it backwards, by the way, earlier. Like a couple things. I had the thing backwards earlier with the CPU thing. It's actually hammering my GPU and not using my CPU at all, which is interesting. But, you know, my GPU is... I think I got it set right now where it's like kind of alternating between 50 and 70%. But before it was like going like 80% up to 100, back down to 80, and it was basically not touching my... It was basically not touching my CPU at all. It was like, my CPU was at like 20%. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I figured out how to disable the mouse smoothing and stuff. So now I can actually possibly move my mouse correctly? Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, and I also spent some time and upgraded some stuff, but honestly, I probably didn't need to because I'm pretty oddly strong. So yeah, let's go talk to Phineas now.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself.
For what purpose?
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Oh no, trust me, it doesn't look that bad, dude. Nice welcome, Matt.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I went behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
Just tell me what to do. I mean, I could go in guns blazing, but tell me what I should do.
Yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old navkey to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find. You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
Alright. That was short-lived. Actually, can I... do you have anything here that I can take, or... Bunch of posters.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were... aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
I mean, it doesn't look that impressive, but maybe I should actually use it. Alright, well. Guess I'm just gonna go now. Actually, before I head there, I should probably do, the one thing.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Yeah, so, there was that one mission on Terra 2. I'm heading back to Terra 2 apparently anyways, so this is convenient.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Oh, and I should also maybe head back to the Groundbreaker for the other science weapon. I don't know yet. But yeah, I also toned down a bunch of stuff, and it's like not noticeable, oddly. Oh hey, this can open. What's in here?
You're an artist, Captain.
I mean, is it really stealing if everyone's dead? I don't think so.
Nicely done.
And then that just leads back out there. Alright. So where am I going exactly? Out there. Alright, so I need to head to the geothermal plant. And then I need to go around, I think? Yeah.
Incoming! By the law, we are unstoppable.
Hmm.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
How do you know if they're alive? I mean, this, you know... Oh. Didn't see them before, okay.
Like a wrapped among the rocks.
That's the last of them.
Yeah, so the game looks like it's still lagging a bit, but it's not as bad anymore. I guess it's a good thing.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
This is an unfortunate sight indeed. My condolences.
What's up? I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you! The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses! Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but... Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth. Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick. That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Okay. So what is Scylla? That's the asteroid?
Back for a rest? Space adventuring is tiring work. Destination reached. Scylla.
Why does this look like a destroyed planet or something?
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Sorry, what'd you want?
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know? That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I know we've got bigger problems to worry about right now. Maybe we could swing by sometime?
Yeah, sure. But later. Yeah, that's definitely a view.
A vicar, huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the cars?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnarine Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness. Got himself infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool. Some truth.
Can't get more brutally true than survival of the fittest. But don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
Let go.
Sure thing, Captain.
So we've moved from marauders to outlaws. Alright then. Okay, well, there's gland 1. Gland 2 is over there. Because, of course, they had to separate it.
Mining outpost. Deserted.
I knew something sounded too easy.
Hey, Max. What does your religion say happens to us after we die?
The body returns to the universe from whence it came. I'm sure you've seen a corpse in the various stages of decay.
Why do we exist in the first place, then? What the hell's the point?
Our lives contribute to the betterment of the human race. Everyone has a part to play for the greater advancement.
I ain't got a part. Life ain't a damn cereal.
You helped people survive the Monarch evacuation, did you not? Perhaps one of them will go on to unlock godhood for the human race.
Well, if they do, I hope they remember who pulled them from the jaws of raptidons.
Hmm. Don't know what to do about that. I'll just keep moving, I guess.
Good score! How it's done, Captain.
So, the gland is still good when they're reduced to ash, right? You know what? I don't know how any of this works, okay? There's a cave over here. What's in here?
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Other functions include dialogue, limited current active commands, excavation. That is all. This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals, metals, and other forms of matter designated valuable. Negative. The presence or absence of human operators does not impact this unit's assigned directive. This unit achieves perfection by fulfilling its directive.
You know, it's a crying shame that auto mechanicals can't get drunk. Or laid. This thing needs both.
Dedication is a virtue. Let's leave the automech to it.
This unit has now exhausted its available library of opinions about excavation. Thank you for your consumer loyalty, Junior Excavator. This unit will store this exchange in its memory banks, always.
Yeah, you do that, I guess. Is that all that was in here? Just a robot? Okay.
I recognize this. Dead set on screwing this place up, too.
You can only move forwards or backwards as a society, and I, for one, fully support our progressive efforts.
I'm fine. I don't know about you guys. Wow, I got a brain. Good. I'm just going to assume he ate that flamethrower, and I'm not going to guess how. Oh, this is just like... You know, you got this like, I was gonna say this kind of reminds me of the Big Empty, but I don't know if that's entirely right.
If you were in charge, would you keep the board around?
Of course. Even with all their faults, they are the best chance to maintain order in the colony.
I suppose I can appreciate the structure. As long as the folks at the top have got the right heads on their shoulders.
Oh, I didn't think that would actually be, able to be walked through. Honestly, I thought Vicar Max, like, glitched out a little bit. You think they hid anything out there? I gotta wonder if they, like, hid anything out there at all.
Everyone all right?
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Yeah, okay, so what did they want?
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
Your voice sounds familiar, but I can't pin it. Anyways, who do you work for?
Not a damned one. I'm a free man. There isn't a corporate snake that can hold down the inimitable Captain Irion. Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late, then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
Alright then.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
Wow, he has iframes. Alright then.
And we're alive.
Why can't I have iframes? Alright, because that might be a bit overpowered.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
Oh, who could have guessed? Alright, let's go. Yeah, so there doesn't really seem to be a lot to do here. I didn't notice this back here.
What was that?
So how do I get up there exactly? Oh, there's a ramp over here. Yay! Wow, you guys are like doing no damage. So there is, yet again, not a whole lot up here. Got it. A tactical shotgun. Is that it? Yeah, that was pretty much it.
You know, I'd feel bad for outlaws if they weren't such complete assholes. What a boy's damned waste.
Can't say I'll be mourning them personally.
Yeah, there's, like I said, there's really not a lot here. Guess I'll just go back to my ship now. I mean, there's that over there, but I don't know how to get inside that, so... I mean, there might be, like, something up on that ridge over there, but... if there is, I'll come back for it.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably. We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Uh-huh.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Oh yeah, there is a waterfall here. Is there anything back behind it? Can I even... There is. Remember, always check waterfalls because there might be something hidden back there.
Cleaner? Fancier? You seen Arthur today?
Oh, no. No. No, no.
What? Hey, wait, don't I have a quest here? I do, why not? Let's get this out of the way. That's... okay. How do you get in? Alright then. So it's not as easy as just walking into the door. He doesn't have an intercom. Ah, I see.
Good. A fly.
Oh yeah, I can test the shrink ray. You know, while I'm here. Oh, that's real interesting. Reputation decreased. Do I care? I don't even know these people. Wow, disguise failed. I wonder why. Okay, then.
I don't know what's worse. The taste of roast and beans or the stench.
I don't know what's worse, the taste of Worston beans or the stench that comes with it.
Easy does it.
System up.
I need cover!
So yeah, that disguise system is kind of interesting. Well, now I know what to do for the security on the groundbreaker, I guess. Hi, buddy.
Whoa now. And just what do you figure you're doing up here? These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration. Certain things require a mess to do well. See, I was just killing some time. I prefer to prepare my dinner by my own hand. Nothing like fresh and bloody Borstwurst. I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of Borstwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the cysty pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear. A joke, that last was. So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal.
I'm not saying you shouldn't vex this guy, but if you do, it's been nice knowing you.
While I approve of your associate's cautious nature, I still teeter on the verge of losing my patience. Let us move forward with the present proceedings. By sublight, you mean Catherine, do you not? That greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst. You desire that I should lower myself to Catherine's level of crassness and filth? I cannot fathom how that would cotton myself. The king built this golden monopoly brick by brick from the rubble when the corpse abandoned Monarch. No, he ain't the sort to partner up, as that requires the sharing of power and profits. You think to blackmail me? Try it. The king will grind you to bone spurs and toenails. For true? You figure she will appreciate my skills? They did take me years to perfect. However, I remain unconvinced she could provide the means to make the association worth my while. If you ain't noticed, I'm doing swell, ruling this kingdom on my own. Ah, but Catherine would admire a man of my inclinations and skill. That is what you imply, yes? She will supply the worship I so rightly deserve. Very well. The king is interested. John Hancock me on the dotted line, friend. I will even give her a cut of the profits, requiring she keeps clear of my short hairs. It? A fair and handsome deal is what it is. Tell Catherine she is permitted to dump the bodies each and every Tuesday, precisely at 3 a.m.
By the way, I have this fancy gun here. You want to see what it does? It's pretty cool.
Here we go.
Yeah, isn't it neat? I like it. I don't like you, however. All things considered, I think that could have went way worse. Okay, now... let's go back to this.
Whew, here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... well, I'm ready.
So what exactly do we have to look forward to in here? There's a shovel.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired ZetaByt folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first. But for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. More like attached at the hip to her older sister. Got a kind of strength between them, I suppose. She had a head for numbers. Helped us trade hides for food and materials. Negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name. 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Okay, well, let's get this whole thing started.
Here they come.
Damn. They didn't last long, did they? That sucks. So does this work on this bug? Oh, it does. It doesn't really seem to do much. Okay. Cute. Yeah, that gun's not great. It is for certain things, just not that. Great. Good stuff. I have to skip a bunch of dialogue now, right?
Well... Here they come.
Hey, oh, get up, we won.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
So is there anything else in here? Anything back there? Doesn't really look like it. Oh. Guess I should head back to Fallbrook and turn in that one quest, and then head to the Groundbreaker?
Yes. Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
Please say the Yoda corpse you're wearing is Clive's.
Yeah, I used the shrink ray. I think it might have crushed all his bones. I'm not too sure.
Not much boast to that declaration. Am I to take that to mean you didn't kill him? You ain't wrong, but I prefer a man of vice myself. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off? Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead.
I'm just like thinking, what else could I really... it sounds like it could be fun. So I have 100 plus 100% science weapon damage. That is... I mean, it sounds busted as fuck, but... I don't know, I guess I'll have to test it.
Good. You're back. Not that I missed you. I assure you, I... We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
So yeah, there's a science weapon on here apparently. I guess I'm going back to talk to Gladys. Yay.
Going silent.
I'm just trying to think about how to handle this.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something. All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Thanks for just saying that out loud with a bunch of security guards over there. Definitely not going to be a problem.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can
Dude, can you
find out where that scholar I'm looking for.
Can you shut up? Wait, wasn't there something else I was supposed to do back here? I don't know. Maybe not.
This is Halcyon News.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. A soft, sour, caramel aromas. Very
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom? Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junley's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I have a feeling the weapon's in there.
Don't make any smart moves.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Straight to the point. That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's up. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before her mama passed, and she took the helm. She's neck deep in the ship guts by day, slap fighting with the board by night. Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her. This heat problem we've got's gone unfixed for weeks. Can't say I know what the holdup is, but I'm sure she's trying her best. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my penitentiary, seminary days.
You do have a favorable mop, I must say. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
None of that really helps. Rest and go key card. mean, realistically, I could pick that safe and run. But I don't even know if it's in there. It might not even be in there, so... What's back here? Oh.
Impressive as always.
Wrapped among the rocks. You know, lab coats don't usually lock places up without reason. If we find any experiments, I vote right now that we set them aflame.
For the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
Alright.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
There's a lot of red markers over there. What's the deal with that?
This is Halcyon News.
Aftertaste the rainbow.
That door is barred. What is going on in there?
well, well. What fine treasures might await us?
Nothing like a good tussle.
Now, why would outlaws be back here? That's interesting. What did he have on him? I didn't get to see what that was. Oh, it's a key card for that? Okay. Oh, is that the other science
Someone can
weapon?
make a real fine mess with that.
That is, it's a melee weapon. Hmm. Well, alright then. I don't know if I'll ever actually use this, but hey, I have it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should tell someone about that. I wonder. Seems like something that someone should know.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
This is Halcyon.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
That's not unreasonable. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
Ask away.
Nope, that's it. I'm good.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Why does it keep, like, pointing? Oh.
Why is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again? I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
It's not really what I'm looking for. Give me that. And that. Kind of interested in these science weapons. So far, 2 out of 3 have been pretty interesting. I'm not really feeling the hammer though, but you know.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet in the entry bay. Thank you.
Oh, there's a weapon on... Okay, so I do have to go back to that rock. Is there another one on Monarch? Hmm. You know, I meant to grab someone else.
Clyde's got himself a cozy little outfit, huh?
I'm jealous. Tried to build myself a spot like that once. Didn't work out.
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going? Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. I want to go over here. Oh, the weapon's back in there. I see. That doesn't really tell me how to get in, though. There might have been something in like the data pad that I didn't read. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about the hammer. Oh, this is a different building. Interesting. Mandibular rearranger. Manufacturer unknown. Sounds lovely. You know, it's funny, I get a new weapon, and there's like nothing to test it on. Like, what does this even do? So it's an advanced stun baton, is what you're saying. Eh.
Hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man? I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. It's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking anti-corporate. It's a good arrangement.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him. Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. Then Felix will have done me a favor, and I will be grateful. I imagine we'll catch up on lost time, have a long talk about his future. I don't contest your claim to Felix's services, but he is his own man, and we are all of us responsible for our own destinies.
Hey, boss has a point. You're talking about me like I'm not even here.
I'm negotiating with your captain. You are his subordinate, at least for now. Routed us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'll be going.
Where are we headed today, Captain? The stars are the limit.
Whoever Duncan is.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
I mean, honestly, I feel like instead of just highlighting all three of them because it's on this, in this region, it should just highlight the one that it's closest to, but that's my personal opinion.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay?
Hungry? I'm famished myself. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave series. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
So I've got, what, 2 things here that need to be done?
This one's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch?
Sublight, huh? I always pictured this being more grandiose. This looks more like your standard business.
Isn't that how most of these are gonna be? They might, I don't know.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
It's never straightforward with you Sublight folk.
If you have a navkey to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
Sure.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. Now get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes on the back of your head. Understood? Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine. Felix Millstone, ZetaByt agent. I like the sound of that.
Uh-huh. I could try landing in Cascadia. I'm sure nothing bad'll happen if I did that, right?
Said you docked 3 days ago?
You seen Arthur today? Velma seem out of sorts to you? Always.
So I go through this building, and then I go this way. There's a door back here. There is. Okay.
guess.
Catherine Malin could sour milk just by glaring at it.
Yeah, maybe say that a bit louder. Maybe she'll appreciate it.
Speaking to my left ear, will you? Right one's damaged. Last we talked, I only caught half of what you said. Well, I'm half listening. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. Special as in unlawful, delicate, and deadly. As to the something, no, it ain't a person. Not this time. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. Meaning safe for me and my crew, seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk. I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
And will again. We ought to be taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead. Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. Best of luck, Fixer.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time.
Yeah, so I'm under the assumption that I'm probably gonna have to move my ship.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
I can see nothing going wrong with this. Warning, dangerous. My favorite.
That Chief Junlei sure seems well, huh? Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms? Gosh, did she ever. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Okay, then.
So the ship talks? Do all ships do that?
I can't say for certain, since I only ever been on this one. Ada's something special, though, ain't she?
Ada. What is it? She? It? I'm a bit fuzzy on the details.
Used to be, I thought.
Incoming! No! I love a good fight.
Yeah, this place has definitely seen better days, huh?
Where were we? Used to be, I thought she was a simulated intelligence. You know, a long series of commands telling her how to react to certain inputs.
You used to. What do you think now?
Well, I worked with a lot of machines, and ain't none of them like her. They can be pretty smart, but mostly they're rule books with a voice box. Ada's different.
Why are these creatures named? Yeah, you need help? Apparently she did.
Right. As I was saying. One of life's mysteries, I suppose. I don't trust it. If it crashes us into a star, I'll be a mite upset.
I mean, I might as well look around while I'm here, right? Get the most out of this location while I can.
Used to be, you can get the best wine on Monarch here.
I would have liked to see. In this place before it was all.
So I need to be on the other side of Great. And I don't know how to get that door open, so...
What are you looking at?
Why is it every time I try to start a fight with something, something else decides it wants to join in? I wanted nothing to do with you. Okay, so go in the lab, get the weapon, get whatever that one lady wants, and then get out. 69 out of 100. There's gotta be an alternate route in, right? That's usually how these things work. Oh, hey, what do you know?
Ooh, a wreck. Can we check it for parts? Never know when you might need a backup regulator.
I don't even know what that is, but, you know, if you want to do that, hey, go at it. Wow, this section is just way laggier than the rest of this. Why? Is that really all that was over here? No, there's like... Saw text for someone over there. Odd.
Hello? Anybody here?
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized. Washing company property without authorization is a fireable offense. Priming weapons. Executive level password accepted as identification according to Employee ID Protocol A-3501. Welcome back, Doctor. Be advised, Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purpleberry. Please use caution. Mantisaur wounds are not covered under Rizzo's health policy. Have a productive day.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Okay. Is the actual science weapon, like, not even in here? That'd be funny. No, it is. It's, like, up there. How do I get there? That's the question. You know, Parvati, every time you say that, or at least a good chunk of the times you say that, it's never the case. There's usually more.
There we go. Almost done. Woo!
Nice.
Nothing else here that I can interact with. Okay, moving on. You guys don't sound like you're doing too good over there. Mind control ray, that sounds very interesting.
Let me take a look-see. Okay, I'm thinking if I patch this into our fuel cell network, we can use the empty tanks to hold this ulta-wada-biddle stuff. Just gotta compensate for the pressure difference. We burn liquid reaction mass, not gas, and the cells are distributed all through the hull, so I gotta isolate the empties. Of course I did, Captain. Just gave it a little jiggle. There we are. Good as pretty and twice as new. Oh, I just did my thing. You know.
I'm impressed. I would have just tried to blow the thing up.
Okay, wow. Take that. So I got this.
Edgewater's gonna look like in a couple years.
This is what you get when a corporation takes it done and walks off without cleaning it up.
So yeah, this mind control ray. What the fuck is this thing? Okay. It's like a weird... Oh, I need to see what this does on other things now. Okay, go back over here.
sorry about your friends, Nyoka. Ain't no one deserves to go like that. Certainly not folks just trying to get by.
Thanks for saying that. You know, after...
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not... required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Okay, so that was the last of those weapons, apparently. Well, I need to turn in that one.
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta Vitae gas. As the organics say, let us hope we do not explode in transit.
Ah, we'll be fine.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. C&P Force Pockets.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? Attaboy. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
We're gonna take over a whole space station? This is gonna be great! Oh, do we get to stick a flag in the ground?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Halcyon News. You mind trying to have a moment here? Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
Looking for a person. Just give me some info. I don't know.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. That's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
We're not? Oh, right, yeah. We're non-violent sorts. Real diplomatic.
All right, you made your point. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Of course he is.
Rizzo's lemon.
While I am here, I should probably... go back and do this thing. Yeah, nothing weird about that at all.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
I don't know if I like the word competent being used. That doesn't really... Yeah, welcome aboard, I guess.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
We got us a real sawbones. Welcome aboard, Ellie.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Interesting. I guess before I head to, back to Edgewater, I should probably turn in that thing.
Roseway, Captain.
Should probably turn in that thing for Roseway.
Damn right we left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
You let them get away. Worthless, the lot of you.
Well, you get what you pay for, don't you? Doc Crane better get over himself.
Yes? Did you find my colleague, Jameson?
Yeah, he's dead.
That is tragic news. I never did right by him. Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research. And now I'll have to live with that.
Okay. And then I head to Emerald Vale and deal with that.
Warning, intruders will be... Oh, it's you.
Oh no, please continue.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
All right. So I need to go out there. So what would be the best way to... I guess go to the botanical lab and work from there? Dude, this thing is kind of overpowered, not gonna lie.
Here they come.
Can't say I've ever been back here. This ought to be good.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. Harlow wants my ring? Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. A ring's a lot easier to lose than a hand. How do I know that I can trust you? Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Okay.
Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Okay, wow. Head back over there, I guess.
Huh? Oh, I am alert and awake. Not to worry. Take our ship's security highly seriously.
I'm sure you do.
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame. I've been trying to tell myself Clyde's got some sensible explanation for all this, but I just don't know. None of this is making a lick of sense to me right now. I think we need to have a word with Clyde.
There is a reasonable explanation. It's called money. But hey, I'll humor you.
What's the word? So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse. I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
And Trask had some things to say about you. And I've got my own misgivings.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for. Listen to me, Felix. Don't go jumping to conclusions. This isn't what it looks like.
Yeah, because it looks like you've been taking money from the board. It looks like you sold out, Clyde.
Oh, come on, Felix. We've all taken money from the board. They run this colony. I can't pay my soldiers in ideological purity. If I have to take the board's money to buy my guns, outfit my troops, and prepare my revolution, then I'll do it. Captain, I hope Trask hasn't tricked you into believing his ridiculous accusations. If you're willing to overlook this unpleasantness, I'm willing to take Felix into my crew.
I don't know about this, boss. You've been real good to me. I'm not too keen on jumping ship. Yeah. Okay. I had a good time, you know. Saw the system, got in a couple scrapes. Which is why I'm staying. You were good to me, Clyde, once upon a day. But you disappeared on me, and I've moved on.
Are you sure about this, Felix? I'm not giving you a second chance. Turn me down now, and you're not getting back in my crew.
You can keep your crew. I've got a family.
Then I suppose there's nothing more left to be said. Goodbye, Captain. I doubt we'll cross orbits again.
Okay, I'll just be going now. I kind of suspected things would get really ugly, but things ended rather peacefully.
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
We need to talk. Listen, boss. I owe you an apology. I got stupid. Clyde wanted me on his crew, and I jumped at the shot. You took a chance with me back on the Groundbreaker. I should have shown you a little more loyalty. Nah, Clyde wasn't important. Knowing you can count on me, that's important. There was something else on my mind, honestly. I've been trying to make sense of all this business with Clyde and Trask. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. I just hope I never turn out like that. Selling my soul for a fistful of bits. I ought to thank you for that. Keeping me on the straight and narrow. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. I'm glad I didn't go back to Harlow. I've got all the family I need right here on our ship. Thanks for your time, boss.
What is Harlow's emblem? Alright then. And it says I lost, but then... Okay.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Uh-huh.
Can we talk?
Sure.
Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise. This is why I have to see them. They'll hardly recognize me. Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too? Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one. You're the boss. Anything else?
Nah, that's it. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably switch to something else. I have an idea of what I want to do, so I guess give me a few minutes and I'll be back. I don't know.